Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenya. This video is going to be a short edition Halloween video in which I decided to just quickly show you how I decorated my kids' playroom. It's a mixture of simple decorations for my little kids that I put together either DIY or just got them from the Dollar Tree or somewhere on a budget, mostly. It is my first official time actually decorating for my kids for Halloween, so I'm not trying to compete with anybody here. I'm sure there are more creative people, but I was hoping to give you some motivation and let you know that it doesn't have to be expensive even if you don't have any Halloween decorations so far. I know that people normally collect a decor over the years, and for me today, when it comes to Halloween, this is my first year. And most of my today's decorations came from Walmart as well as Dollar Tree, and I bought a light from Target, which I don't honestly know if I would buy again. You'll see all of that a little bit later. But as of right now, I am attempting to make a haunted house. It was inspired by a YouTuber bargain Bethany. I absolutely loved her idea of making this haunted house, and I decided to do one too. I'll leave the link to that particular video of hers in the description. And for hers, she used black foam paper, which she got from the dollar store. My dollar store did not have that, so I just decided to get the piece of cardboard paper as well as the black paper. I glued them together and you can pretty much see the rest. If you are new here, I am Jenya and I came from Russia a long time ago. I met my American husband a couple of years ago. We got married and had 2 little kids. My daughter is 3, my son is 1. Just a couple of months ago, we moved into a new house of our dreams and are now trying to organize it, make it more of a home and fit our style. On this channel, you will find plenty of cleaning, organizing, decluttering, motivation, a lot of real life mess that especially comes with kids. So cleaning is a big part of any mom's life. So I like to share it on this cleaning channel in hopes to make you feel not alone if your house looks messy and help you get motivated to do something about it. I hope you enjoyed today's short motivational video. I always love hearing your opinions, suggestions, advice, anything in the comment section below. And if you just feel like saying hi, especially if you're new, I would love to hear from you. There is no specific house plan for this haunted house. It's all up to your imagination, but I was just trying to copy Bethany's house as much as I could because I don't really have any imagination when it comes to this. And thank goodness for all of those wonderful people on YouTube that give us wonderful ideas. The roof wasn't holding up that well, so I just decided to put some tape on it. Also, it wasn't part of the tutorial, but I decided to just spray paint my house black just to get rid of all the imperfections. Plus, at this point, I decided that I was gonna keep it for the next year as well. That's what Bethany did in her video, was to cover a little bit with white paint to make it look more, haunted and old. I liked the completely black look just a little bit better, but then it wouldn't be haunted, I guess. I absolutely love this house though, and just a couple of dollars that it cost me to make, literally a couple of dollars. I ordered these lights from Amazon. 4 of those cost me about $13. I'm also going to stick some skeletons into this house a little bit later, but right now I wanted to make a couple of lollipops from the pool noodles. I think it's a great idea. I've seen people do quite pretty ones. Mine turned out just okay because in my opinion I was missing a couple of ingredients for this DIY, but my kids still thought that it was amazing and they thought it was an actual lollipop, and that's all that matters. I'm going to cut 2 different colored pool noodles into halves, then I'm going to attach them and roll them together, and I'm going to leave them shaped like that overnight by sticking them between a couch and an end table. That way it will be easier to glue them together the next day. But because my daughter found them and she had questions, I just stuck them into plastic bags, and that worked even better to keep them in shape. Then I'm just gonna glue them together and stick a stick into them to make it look like lollipop.
Waking up in my cold sweat, feel like I am deep in debt without you. I'm sitting up in my lonely bed, wondering what I just said to you.
so I couldn't find any kind of long enough sticks for those lollipops. So I used whatever I did have on hand, which is those little wooden skewers, and I taped them together to make them a little bit thicker. I couldn't find any ribbon just to wrap it around the end of the lollipop so that it would look like pretty. That's what I've seen all the other people do, but it's okay because my kids still thought they were lollipops and tried to eat them. Now I got these branches from Ross. I think they were $5.99, maybe $6.99 at most, and I decided to just keep them together and make a tree out of them. To make my tree stand up and not fall down, I used one of the funnels. They came from the dollar store, so it's really cheap. So I used some air clay to put some weight onto it, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Then I'm just going to spray paint it black.
of night and day.
This branch is nothing. I just really found it in our backyard. I thought it was interesting looking, so I'm just gonna hang some skeletons on it, and that's about it.
Please say you'll be here with me.
I'm using a tablecloth from the Dollar Tree to create a little bit of a dark theme. And then later I realized that I should have gotten a few more of those, but then I decided to use trash bags instead. All the furniture in the playroom is a regular, normal color, so I wanted to cover everything to make it look dark. I didn't really want to decorate anything else in the house except for this playroom. My kids are lucky enough to have a whole playroom to themselves, and it's a huge playroom, so I'm just going to use this part of the playroom to decorate it for Halloween. This is the only part in the house that I'm decorating for Halloween, and although it is a lot of fun for the kids, I just don't really like skeletons and spiders all over the house. Maybe when my kids, who are now 1 and 3 years old, will grow up a little, I will do something more serious, but I feel like for right now this is perfect for their age. But I am not doing any spiders. I just can't stand those creatures. I prefer cats. These little skeletons, there were 4 of them tied together, came from the Dollar Tree for $1.25 for 4 skeletons. Dollar Tree is just so amazing for these type of things. I'm using one of those 4 lights that I got from Amazon for this tree. And then the ghost also came from the Dollar Tree, as well as a witch from the Dollar Tree that I'm going to hang on the wall as well. That black cat I showed you earlier came from Walmart, as well as the spider web, but no spiders, thank you, just the web. So all in all, for today's decorations, I shopped from a Walmart, a Dollar Tree, Amazon, and Target. I bought a little light from Target. Next year, I know that for me, the best stores for this kind of decorations will be Walmart and Dollar Tree.
Million thoughts are spinning around in my head. My pulse holds it down. 'Cause
I just love this skeleton head from Walmart. I think it was around $5, a little bit less, just a great price. This little guy came from the Dollar Tree, and I'm sure my kids will pull him out as soon as they see him. And I do plan to show you their reaction as soon as they walk into the room.
supposed to feel incredible. It's too bad you had to leave. Please come back now, baby. Where were we? Such a change in a life. Got the memories still popping up.
Trash bags everywhere, just like I mentioned, for the theme, to make everything dark and sort of scary. When it comes to decor, since I don't really have any except for Christmas, I decided to start investing into one good piece of decor a year. I'll try to do that for every occasion in a year, but that might turn out to be a little bit too pricey. So this year I'm gonna skip spending a lot of money on Halloween. I think I'd rather get a special piece of decor for Christmas this time. But for the next year, I'm looking forward to buying one of those huge skeletons the size of a human. I think I might not even mind having one of those skeletons sitting on our couch in the living room or somewhere in our regular living area. But anyway, I was thinking maybe since Decor goes normally on sale after the season is over, maybe I'll be lucky enough to catch one of those skeletons for a very good price after Halloween is all over. At least I know I'll be looking out for it, as well as looking out for fall decor and any other decor after the holiday is over. I like saving money whenever I can, and since I don't really have much decor quite yet, I figured that looking for sales after the holiday is over would be a good start for somebody like me.
We have changed.
Got these bats from Amazon. They were so cute I decided to just place them everywhere.
I guess some memories are catching up. Come on.
So I decided to turn all the lights on and look at everything before I let my kids in. I was pretty impressed that all of this turned out to be on a very low budget. The most expensive thing here was probably the bats, which I didn't even spend $10 on. The cat was probably my favorite thing here, and it was about $6 or so, but I did spend $25 on this light from Target, and I really was not impressed that much. For that price, I was expecting the images to be at least a little bit bigger or something, but it's not for me at the end of the day. It's for my kids to like, and they loved staring at that little witch. But either way, I decided to bring a few pumpkins in from my fall downstairs decor, so I'm gonna place those pumpkins all over, rearranging things just a little bit here and there, and then I'm gonna let my kids in. In my eyes, this project turned out to be a success, but just by seeing my kids' reaction, I can tell if it's a success or not. Just like with cooking, 50% of the time I feel like people will tell you that they liked something that they really didn't. Even if you really want to know the truth, they still might just not want to hurt your feelings. Whenever I cook something new, I always let my kids try, and if they both like it, that means it's a success recipe and it goes on my menu. Because kids at this age, at least, they have not learned how to lie yet. But anyway, this is how the corner of this room turned out in the end. I hope you can let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions, and also I'd love to know if you have kids, who are they going to be for this Halloween. My daughter is obsessed with Elsa from Frozen, so that's who she is going to be, and my 1-year-old son is of course obsessed with dinosaurs, so he's going to be a little dinosaur. And what about your kids? If you have kids, who are they going to be for this Halloween? And if you don't have kids, what are your plans for this Halloween, if you have any? Of course, there is nothing wrong with doing nothing on Halloween and not having any plans. That's what I did up until this year. So please guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts and opinions about today's video and your plans for Halloween. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye now.